We're joined now by Bruce LeVell. He is the executive director of national diversity of the National Diversity Coalition for Trump. He's also the former chair of the Gwinnett County Republican Party right there in the great state of Georgia. Bruce, good to see you. What did you make of the speech tonight and how big tomorrow is?
Oh, big. Thanks for having me. Listen, I was excited. I was trying not to scream through the camera before I came on with your show, Rob. But let me tell you, it's going to be an uphill battle for Ossoff and Warnock. And simply the fact that neither one of them have any experience. And listen, you're coming off a very successful state. You're coming off a president that did very well in his numbers in Georgia. Now, watch this. Earlier, you mentioned him talking about the farmers, and that was a key situation that went on with Hurricane Michael. People forget that Sonny Perdue, our agricultural secretary, is a former governor of Georgia for 8 years, 2 terms, very successful. I know Sonny very well. He did a great job as agricultural where he is now. But also, if it wasn't for David Perdue, now watch this, Newsmax. If it wasn't for David Perdue and Sonny Perdue, I don't know what would have happened to those Georgia farmers, especially, watch this, Rob, the black farmers. Now, with that being said, they don't have amnesia. They remember their policies, and them coming in was able to literally save farms from devastation and bankruptcy. The Southern Georgians, they didn't forget that. Georgians did not forget that. Not to mention a very, very low black unemployment here in Georgia, very successful uptick in small black business owners here in Georgia under Senator Perdue and Senator Lawford. Their voting record is astounding. It's awesome, especially in the prison reform. Everything that these presidents brought in great policies, they were behind that. Georgians haven't forgot that. Yeah, we're going through this pandemic, but they don't have amnesia, Rob. They're going to remember tomorrow.
Watching the president just pile in there to Marine One. They're going to take off, head back to D.C. The president again tonight went over some of the numbers that we heard in this phone call that was recorded that he had over the weekend that came out. He talked about 10,000 dead voters in Georgia, 2,500 votes from incarcerated felons or people posing as them, he alleges, 4,500 people not on voter rolls, 18,000 from people who live in vacant properties, 66,000 under legal age. But then this is so interesting because you've got a Republican Party in Georgia that's fighting back against the president on this. And here is Gabriel Sterling, who's an elections official in Georgia. This was his response, maybe 5-6 hours ago, later this afternoon. Let's take a listen.
We think that if you check the signatures, a real check of the signatures going back in Fulton County, you'll find at least a couple of 100,000 of forged signatures.
Okay, hang on one second, Bruce. I want to do the Gabriel Sterling bite, guys, the response. Right. Let's go ahead and pull that up.
If you're a Georgia voter, if you want your values reflected by your elected officials, I strongly beg and encourage you, go vote tomorrow. Do not let anybody discourage you. Do not self-suppress your own vote.
Yeah, I mean, this was after he spent, several minutes. He alleges he can debunk all of this. And I think for people at home, you're hearing this barking from two sides. You're hearing one side saying that this is all happening, the other side saying it's not happening. I think a lot of people don't know what to believe here.
Well, let me tell you like this, Rob, and all the viewers, listen to this. I've been here over 33 years. Yeah. I've chaired one of the largest counties in the state of Georgia, very successful, I might add, when I was there 10 years ago. I have a pulse on this state. And let me tell you, from day one, I've said this on your show, Newsmax, way back in March, the mail-in ballots were going to be a total disaster. There is no chain of custody. That we've always wanted from day one to authenticate the signatures. You saw what happened in State Farm Arena. Yep. The video doesn't lie. The second part of this, there is no way in the world a third party, Mark Zuckerberg, would be able to take $6.3 million in Fulton County alone, Rob, and prioritize where ballot boxes are placed unsupervised, no videos, and tell them exactly where that needed to go. Now, these are really true facts.
That side of the argument is very
impropriety that they need to understand this. Yeah. This is what I say to them. Stop trying to defend an electronic machine. Stop trying to defend your job or whatever you got going on and just do the simple task of the people's business, what the president and all of us Georgians have been saying. Forget about all this Donald Trump stuff and all the other stuff. Right. This is about America. This is about the state of Georgia. This is about our election integrity. You saw what the president said,
Yeah.
Rob. If we can't manage our own election process, who are we to judge all these other countries?
Got you. I got you. Bruce LeVell, great talking with you as always. Thanks for sticking around for us. It was a long rally. Good to see you. The president, if we can pull up the picture, just taking off in Marine One, making his way back towards D.C. And we're going to come right back with John McLaughlin. We're going to talk polls. What's going to happen tomorrow? Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue. The Republicans need at least one win tomorrow. How's it going to look? That's coming up.